Welcome to Study Break, a recurring podcast featuring discussions of sports, music, TV, movies, and more. In the second part of this discussion, host Moustapha Sylla discusses the Eagles' recent Super Bowl victory with members David Floria, Andrew Wilkins, and Darrell Carmichael. Enjoy the show and go Birds!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is a new episode of Study Break. We are here today talking about the Eagles Super Bowl and parade. I am your host, Moose. Today I'm joined with new Mini Lab members. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
My name is David. I'm from Westchester and I go to GCCC.
Hello, my name is Andrew. I'm from Exton, Pennsylvania, and I also go to Delaware County Community College.
Hi, my name is Darrell. I'm from Delaware County, and this is my first year here at Delaware County Community College.
Well, first I want to start off with what did you guys think the score was going to be for the Eagles game? I know a lot of people didn't expect it to be what it was.
Well, I didn't think too much about the score because both the Eagle and the Chiefs are pretty good teams.
Yeah.
So I don't really watch football too much, but I do still attend the Super Bowl for the food, the halftime show, and the commercials.
Yeah, I definitely go there for them as well. How about you, Andrew?
I didn't expect it to be a blowout. I mean, I would expect it to at least be 30-27 or like the last time they played, but the Eagles just totally did a demolition derby.
Yeah, I know, right? It was insane. I did not expect such a blowout. I really did, like you said, like last time we played them, where it was a 3-point game. Like you said, it was just a demolition from the moment the game started, from the coin toss. It was insane for me. I lost my voice around halftime from just screaming so much. I had so much fun. It was insane. That brings me to our next question of even just after the game or during the game, just the commercials that you like, like you said, David. What did you guys see during the game outside of football that kind of stuck out to you? I know for me, it was the Kanye ad. That was hilarious to me.
Well, one of the things I saw was I believe I saw a commercial that had to do with Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Speaking of commercials, one commercial that got stuck in my head that kept haunting me was the Miller Lite beer commercial. It was engraved into my brain during the Super Bowl because it kept playing over and over on the TV.
Yep, the Miller Lite commercial was really that was a big one as well.
Yeah.
And Andrew, you just mentioned the Miller Lite commercial.
It haunted me. That's what it did.
It haunted you.
Oh, one commercial I did like though was the Pringles commercial where their mustaches flew off.
Oh yeah, I've seen that as well. That was a funny one. I thought that was pretty funny. Whose mustache did they take? They took some famous person's mustache. I can't remember. It was somebody really known for their mustache. I forget.
James Harden.
Yeah, it was James Harden. Yeah, they took his mustache. Yeah, that was funny. And as we're just talking about commercials and the halftime of the Super Bowl, I know you Darrell mentioned that you wanted to speak about the Super Bowl. What would you like to talk about specifically concerning the halftime show?
Yeah, because I heard from I guess some people, including a TikToker that I was a fan of, they were hype over the whole Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick's gonna be in it, and it's gonna be not like us, and I was the hype leading up to that, I was not gonna lie, probably a bit annoyed. I was just annoyed, and I was like, it doesn't need to be all that hype. I don't. It was I'm glad that he's performing, and I'm happy that people are happy. But it was just getting too much, and I was like, I didn't even want to watch it at first, but I had watched the entire. I think almost the entirety of it, including the commercials too.
Yeah, I know there was such a big, controversy around Kendrick Lamar doing that, especially considering the fact that he's been in a little bit of a beef with Drake recently, and there's been a whole bunch of legal stuff going on over there. So it definitely was interesting to see how he went about the Super Bowl and the message he was trying to send to everyone during it. It was really interesting. I love the Super Bowl. I love Kendrick Lamar's songs. It was entertaining for me, but he definitely wanted to send a message out there. And speaking of just sending messages and being around other people. What do you guys think about the parade? Did any of you guys go to the parade?
Not
Yeah,
really, no.
I stayed away from it.
I did not go to the
Really?
parade.
Oh yeah, nah, me too. I didn't go. I heard it was gonna be crazy, you know, and just I didn't think it would have been a good idea to be outside at that time.
Yeah, I felt like there was like too many people and the coronavirus is still going around like in some places. So yeah, I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, that's definitely a smart bet. But in terms of just being a fan of the Eagles, how long have you guys been fans, and when did you fall in love with the game and started watching it and enjoying it and being a part of the co-culture of being a Philadelphia Eagles fan?
My mom and sister are actually big super fans of the Eagles. I respect them. Even though I'm not a fan of football, but yeah, again, I still go to like the Super Bowl because of the halftime show, the food, and the commercials.
Yeah, that's all amazing. How about you, Andrew and Darrell? How long you guys been
Um,
fans and stuff like that?
I'm not really like a football person. But usually I wasn't really that into it because I was a bit interested because I know that the Eagles have like an organization called like the Eagles Autism Foundation, which is like I believe that is they do like I guess charities or events for those with autism because I have ASD. So yeah, I'm happy that a football team had done something like that or build something like that, for those with that disability.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that they had that program going on for the Eagles. You just taught me something. Yeah, that's special that they're doing that. It's really important to help others in need and stuff that and help others, especially those who have things that you can't really do anything about. Thank you for sharing that, Daryl. How about you, Andrew?
Well, let me see. I've been an Eagles fan for 45 years,
Okay.
and it really didn't start until I watched the Super Bowl where they got beat by the Raiders in January 1981. And my stepfather was a huge fan of the Eagles. And my mother kind of was the cheerleader that kind of jumped on the bandwagon. So I've been a real fan of football in general since like the late 70s and 1980. But it wasn't until when I was like 9 old in 1980 that I really got into it.
And how would you compare being a fan from, like you said earlier, compared to being a fan today? What have you seen grow and change between fandom and Philly fans and how we celebrate wins and losses? How we take wins and losses?
Well, I can tell you one thing. Philly fandom has always been passionate, and we've never been one to take losing very well.
Yeah.
And the passionate football culture has always been here. I mean, can you imagine what South Philly tends to get like when the Eagles game is in the area, let alone what they were doing during the Super Bowl? I mean, that's just Philadelphia for you. They are
Yeah.
really out of sight when it comes to their sports teams.
Yeah. Yeah, like even for me, just when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, I took a quick drive. I went to drop someone off at the train station. Just outside there, just it was every car that passed was just beeping their horn. There was people on the street screaming and dancing and just celebrating any way they knew how. There was this guy, he was handing out hot dogs and burgers for free just because the Eagles won. He was playing music. He had on his full Eagles gear. Like you said, Andrew, the fans here, the passion around the game is it's not something that just started recently. This, like you said, it's been embedded in this city as for way before our time, especially mine. Just it's insane how deep and passionate we really care about the game, our players, our teams, and in the clubs. Like there's so much emotion, and we give all to the fans. Like we give all to the team in the sports. We give them everything.
It seems like Philly fans are really loyal.
Yeah, yeah, really loyal. And do you guys have any superstitions or any things you do to, as your way of trying to make sure that the Eagles win any of their games? I know for me, it's I usually have to just scream "Go Birds" a few times before the game starts, and that's my good luck charm.
I just hope
Mm,
that they win every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Every now and then I might do the fly Eagles fly thing before a game or get some of my favorite foods ready while I'm watching the game, just to kind of hype me up a little bit.
Yeah. How about you, Darrell? Do you do anything?
I would maybe probably like keep my hopes to like, a million minimum because you never know if they would like win or not. But just for good luck, I guess I can like have that, go birds and all of that
Yeah.
stuff in my head. Like, usually because I'm not like a football type of guy and I usually don't really watch their games. But I do hope for the best if they, continue doing their thing and winning. So yeah, I guess.
No, that's awesome. That's amazing. That brings me to my next point is just how has being around Philly and just around the team area has affected you guys in terms of sports and what you do. Like how has being around a whole bunch of Philly fans and being in the city and just being around here affect your life?
I just try to avoid the traffic near the stadiums.
How about you, Andrew and Darren? Anything for you guys? Any effect of the Eagles have in terms of how you've changed in any type of way? Your what you do, your experiences.
Not really, except for like, hearing about them having like a foundation for those with autism that honestly makes me like happy that teams like football teams that they do stuff like that. I guess for Philly it's like crazy because I think my brother had went to one of their games, but I'm not really sure because I don't think it really changed me much. Or besides the fact the city that I was like born in is mostly known for like, the Eagles and such. And that could be cool for like, for people to talk about. That could be like a flex to do, I guess.
Okay. And do you guys have any favorite moments or favorite play from this season from the Eagles?
Any play by Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Saquon's been awesome this season.
Not
He's
necessarily, but I
been
am starting to like them because like my mom and sister are big fans of the Eagles, so I'm starting to like them more and more.
Yeah, don't worry, it's coming. Don't worry, it's gonna listen. The Eagles bug is gonna get you. It's definitely gonna bite you. It's. I know. For me, my favorite play of the season is when Saquon he hurdled the guy going backwards. That was insane. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, do you think Jalen Hurts is a quarterback or runner back?
Quarterback.
Oh,
It's all right. It
I
just
asked because he runs a lot.
yeah, he does. Yeah, he's a hybrid quarterback like that. He does the throwing and the running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did want to touch on one thing about my Eagles experience.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just amazing how being living in Philly for 30 years and then living in the Chester County area had you got so many of these Eagles parties and people wearing their Eagles gear. I mean, even when I went to church Sunday, everybody was wearing their Eagles gear the day of the Super Bowl, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, it completely like evolves the city. Like it takes over. It takes over every year. Like there's not there nowhere else in America have I ever seen anything like the Eagles and the fandom around it and the way we care and show support for our team here. I've never seen anything like anywhere else.
Yeah, I think during the Super Bowl the whole country was like rooting for the Eagles to win.
Yeah, Philly's always been an underdog city, so we've always kind of had the little man she rooting for us.
Or maybe people just got tired of seeing him.
Hey, see, yeah, that too, because they did just win 2 years in a row. People probably just got tired of seeing Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey up there with the trophy.
No three-peat for them.
Yep, no three-peat. Put that to a stop. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to add or mention about the Super Bowl and the parade and anything you want to touch on?
Yeah, I actually had wanted to talk about something. I guess like I did kind of laugh, or I did have like a point where I wanted to laugh. Did y'all watch like the part or the scene where I think one of the team or the players on the Eagles they pick like the Gatorade up and plunges down on him. Yeah, they plunge the whole thing down on him.
Yeah, the Gatorade showers.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Those the Gatorade showers, like you said, Dave. They're definitely cold. There's a lot of ice in those buckets. Definitely a lot of ice in those buckets. And they always have a stigma around what color you should use, whether it's blue Gatorade or orange or purple or red. There's always something going on like that as well. You guys have anything else? Thank you for sharing that, Darrell.
Yeah.
Well, I know for me, the one thing that probably sticks out the most to me is just the creativity that comes from Eagles fan creating merchandise and shirts and hoodies and hats and socks and shoes and all that for the team. Just how creative people become when it comes to making something for the team. I've seen hats where the eagle's actually flapping its wings. I've seen real eagles with jerseys on, like guys like on the full mascot. I've seen people who've made electric LED signs for shirts. I've seen light up shoes that got wings. I've seen so much people put like stickers on their cars. Stuff like that always makes me laugh just because of how much time and dedication that goes into making stuff like that. Like that, like that. When I see that, I think that is the definition of a true fan who is ride or die for this team.
I agree.
Yeah, I got a few of those Eagles gear myself with the cap and a couple of shirts, and definitely even had a Carson Wentz jersey that I since then have given away because he's not here no more.
No, he's on the Chiefs now. He just lost.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like we're all out of time. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. It was great talking to you guys. I think we had a great discussion. Talked about a lot of key points, and I want to thank you guys again. I want to thank you guys for joining the episode.
No problem.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Absolutely.
It was a good like talk.
Yeah, I had fun talking. This was a great discussion. All right, and we're out.
You've been listening to Study Break, brought to you by the New Media Lab and the Office of Athletics and Campus Engagement. This episode was produced and hosted by Moustapha Sylla. Our guests today were David Floria, Andrew Wilkins, and Darrell Carmichael. Our co-executive producers are Raymond Porras and Moustapha Sylla. Victoria Colbreth and Samuel Larson designed our cover art, and Indigo Fraser composed our theme music. Sarp John Osjohn prepared our title cards, and Raymond Porras edited this episode. And I'm Sophia Porras, your announcer for this episode. Special thanks to Director of Athletics and Campus Engagement, Allison Gleason, and our faculty advisor, Maria Boyd. If you have an interest in participating in the New Media Lab, contact the Office of Athletics and Campus Engagement or reach out to us on Instagram at DCCC_New Media Lab. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for listening, and go Birds!